Broncos at Chargers. This one. Hey, we have two starting quarterbacks. How about that?
Look at that.
These guys actually started the season as their quarterback. Third best matchup for Russell Wilson. Eighth best for Justin Herbert. Herbert is my 12. Russ is my 10. So I have Russ higher. That's a pretty clear indication of how bad everyone on the damn Chargers has been this year, because I am not the Russell Wilson guy. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I have Russ 2 spots lower, but like honestly, I'd be fine firing up Russ against this defense because it's real bad. They can't do anything. So yeah, if as bad as the matchup or the game was last week for Russ, expect the exact flip side of this, where he'll be a QB1 this week. And Herbert, he's just dealing with just a gross assortment of weapons, and it's just Josh Palmer might come back. We don't know. It's just it's just an unfortunate situation for him. So, but yeah, like I'm firing both these guys up.
Just goes to show you how much of his production was coming from Austin Eckler on screens and whatnot, because as Eckler's been terrible, so has Herbert. I mean, obviously they're not getting the ball as much because they're not scoring as much because Eckler sucks. But so we'll move into the running back section here. Best matchup by a considerable margin for Austin Eckler. Having said that, he is still my RB9. That's how bad he's been. This is an absolute smash spot where in this scenario, under normal circumstances, he would be above Christian McCaffrey for me and would be the RB1. Instead, he's the RB9 behind Isaiah Pacheco in a dream matchup. He's behind Zach Moss. That's how bad he's been. Javonte Williams, 10th best matchup, is only 3 spots behind me, or behind Eckler for me. That's how bad Austin Eckler's been. Even in this cupcake matchup where he should absolutely smash and be the RB1, I still am not sure I want to trust him. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. So like my projection rankings are interesting because Eckler's down at 19 based on that news where it's just like he might. So I'm going to put him up a little bit because that's.
I haven't factored that in, so he'll probably fall into a high RB2 range for me. But I was at work and didn't get that notification yet, so I haven't downgraded him. Although I'm notorious for not trusting coach speak anyways, so I may only bump him down below.
I think you need, I'm confident putting him with like Zeke in that like RB 14, 15 range. Like you're still getting the volume. It's just I am worried about Eckler. He's just been really bad. So he needs to see the volume. Hopefully it sticks. If it doesn't, then this is kind of a make or break game for him. On the flip side, Javonte's been solid. He hasn't been great, but he's getting you there if you need it as like an RB2. The last couple of weeks have been gross, but before that he was rolling. So it's just kind of up and down with him. So you don't know what you're going to get. I'm going to play Eckler above him. Like I'm not going to drop him that low, but we'll fix that. But yeah, Javonte's RB17. Like he's a solid RB2. Just, you trust him.
Receivers, third best matchup for the Broncos. 8th worst for the Chargers. I'm sure Keenan Allen is still highest for me. He is. Keenan Allen is my 11. Cortland Sutton is my next highest at 20. So we have a wide receiver 1, a wide receiver low end 1, low end 2. And then I don't think I have anyone else here. I would assume Jerry Jeudy or Marvin Mims is next, but it is way down to, good Lord. Quentin Johnston's at 63, Marvin Mims 66. I must have skipped Jerry Jeudy. Oh yeah, Jerry Judy's my next highest at 45. So there's 2 studs in this one. Use this term stud loosely with Cortland Sutton, but that's all I'm playing out of this one.
Yeah, Sutton's been very good. So you fire him up. He's like a middling wide receiver 2 for me this week.
Yep.
On the flip side, Keenan Allen, he's like a top 5 just every week. The volume and everything is just fantastic for him. Judy's down, like you're saying, in the 40s, so it just is what it is. And Johnston had his best game of the season, so he's wide receiver 52. We'll see how that shakes out, but there might be something there with him to pay attention into the playoffs.
Tight ends. Best matchup for Gerald Everett, who is a borderline low-end tight end 1 for me, 1-2. If you have to play him. I wouldn't really count on him. 10th best matchup for Adam Troutman. I don't care. He's not going in my lineup. I don't want anything to do with those tight ends. The DSTs here, we have the kickers. 9th best matchup for Cameron Dicker. 7th worst matchup for Will Lutz. I don't really want to play either Lutz or Dicker. I'm going to check my rankings here. I don't think either cracked the top 12. Lutz is 12 exactly. He's been good, but I don't really want to play him. Dicker's 15. So I guess they're both playable if you have to, but they're not guys where I would be actively trying to start them. The Chargers DST 13th best matchup, 5th worst matchup for the Broncos. like either of these DSTs this week. Chargers are at 19, Broncos are at 20 for me because of the kind of bipolar nature of both offenses and defenses. I don't really want to rely on either. So count me out. Thoughts?
Yeah. It's best to avoid them if you can. Like, if you really need to fire one up, I guess you could go with the Denver defense, but man, that seems risky as hell. And yeah, the tight ends, I just don't know why you play Troutman. Just don't do it. It's kind of similar actually to Everett, but yeah, just no thanks. I'm not really interested in a lot of these guys on either one of the sides, honestly.